So welcome to the future of medicine, future of investing in one of the most promising companies, Crispr Therapeutics. So we're gonna today explore the groundbreaking world of this company, revolutionary gene editing technology that is poised to transform the landscape of medicine and healthcare, and also discuss the latest buy of this company by Cathie that is believing in CRISPR technology overall largely, and also buying another chunk of CRISPR Therapeutics to its AKK investment portfolio. So we're gonna discuss fundamentals, technical sentiment around the stock, everything you need to know in order to take better investment decisions. So we're gonna jump right now to an element that is related to, or maybe just find out the theme that we're gonna revolve around. So what's next for CRISPR Therapeutics? That's the thing we're gonna revolve around. So let's jump to why CRISPR Therapeutics. So how it works overall, let's have a look at what's going on with CRISPR technology. So CRS9 protein forms a complex with a guide RNA in a cell. Therefore, there is a complex attaches to a matching genomic DNA sequence adjacent to a spacer, and CRS9 RNA complex cuts the double strands of the DNA and programs the DNA structure. So it looks like we are right at the brink of a major transformative changes to healthcare industry. When we got this to this point of gene editing, we may expand our industry to a unprecedented level before, the one that is giving us a exponential growth in almost every sector. Also, giving the possibility to live. To extend this expectancy life by even 120 and 150, maybe in a longer time horizon for people. So CRISPR Therapeutics stands at the forefront of biotech innovation with its highly sophisticated cell therapies currently derived from pluripotent stem cells. So it offers promising approach to treat various conditions, including diabetes as well, by targeting dysfunctional cells. So there is not only the one element that is bringing us to the fact that CRISPR Therapeutics is the one of the very serious player, and the one that may eventually become a very highly evaluated in the future, leading clinical stage diabetes program is the one to yet been run off, and therefore we're gonna find out more about this in the nearest future. So right now we're gonna jump to more fundamentals and find out why this company is becoming attractive investment opportunity. But overall, let's head on to what's going on with the whole industry. So gene therapies are yet to cost US healthcare $7.5 billion in 2030, even though it's still less than 1/10 of US healthcare expenditures. This trajectory of current growth for those companies related to DNA editing is right now getting more rosy, and even though some people claim that the regulations regarding the area of DNA editing is inevitable, that may eventually stave off some of the innovations, we do know that that's the one of the path that it's only a real checkpoint for and many of healthcare institutes. So 2023 has been the inflection point we've been also waiting for in gene therapies. From 2017 to 2022. The FDA approved already 5 gene therapies for rare diseases. In 2023, we are poised to potentially see 5 gene therapy approvals in a year. Therefore, we are still giving a chance the company of Crispr Therapeutics to thrive. What's in the longer run, we can find that biggest theme of the next decade may just become this gene editing trials and product approvals. We are expecting this one to have its exponential trajectory of growth. In terms of gene editing revenue projections, we can also find that the high projections are even reaching the $70 billion if those things may succeed in the short and medium term. The expenditures of US industry will US healthcare industry will eventually ramp up those forecasts for the years to come. However, when looking at the company itself, we can find that there are many things to still have improved. Operating income quarter by quarter is slumped. We're gonna have finding right here that there is a minus 473.64 related to the previous year when it was minus 673. So even though we are approving some of the trials and some of the new innovations by CRISPR Therapeutics, it's still unprofitable largely. Also, when it comes to consolidated net income, we can find that the trajectory right now is very pesky as well, with those figures that right now not boding very well for the whole structure. Earnings per share also at the negative tendency, but let's look at the things that I have found the most interesting right now. So revenue is the one that we are eventually tried to spike up higher. So it's giving us a chance to remain with this moderate positivity. However, the valuable perspective right now give us the findings that the company is almost with a lack of debt. So it means it giving us the factors that will significantly contribute eventually to making this company staying in the game for longer. As we do know that those zombie companies that are only based on its external funding and also pushing themselves into higher debts are the ones that are eventually going under. But right now, this finding that the company is thriving without the major debt is the one thing that may eventually add up to its positive growth, and that's the factor that I find as a pertinent. Right here, you can find that future trajectory right now, even though we achieved a profit earnings ratio to similar level when it was back the C19 infection disease. So it means that right now we are strictly better getting more evaluated with the even stronger trajectory of development underneath. It means that the current valuation giving us a better entrance in terms of investment overall. In terms of, however, next year, we can find that analyst projections are remaining mostly positive, with remaining the valuation at least those valuation that we are right now. So it looks like by investment we shouldn't lose any of our capital, at least just hold the same amount of cash as we have before. So it means like analysts finding that we can only win on this investment. So also by earnings trajectory, we can find that earnings to revenue should increase, but not in 2024, rather than that will be in 2025. So it means that still we are very early in this type of a bet, and with gene editing technology being increased in the next years to come, maybe the best moment to enter into this investment might be skewed to the next, maybe not this year, but maybe the next 5 years of this decade. But about the great entrance we'll talk about in a moment. Right now let's find where CRISPR is sitting in regard to its peers. So CRISPR has rivals, but right now CRISPR Therapeutics is the most advanced among those using this particular gene editing technique, and it has a very I would say very solid partner and accompanying it to the finish line. It's Vertex Pharmaceuticals. So we can find that even though we may find that the market cap of CRISPR might be a little bit overstanding the competitors, we may find that with the type of a technology it has an access to, it's still evaluated properly. RKK Holdings. So let's find out what the Cathie Wood is thinking about CRISPR, and it's right now RKK has diminishing its portfolio consisted of the CRISPR, but right now it looks like it has a chance to eventually revert and increase the holdings to higher positions. So when we had in 2021 the situation when this flagship ARC Innovation ETF climbed for more than 25% to outperform the S&P 500, everyone was thinking that Cathie Wood was a genius when she was buying the CRISPR Therapeutics, but then the bubble has popped, and right now it's only decreasing its portfolio out of the CRISPR. For now, we cannot say outright that Cathie Wood finding that's the major bet that will eventually recoup the prior reputation related to what the returns on investments were. But definitely, that's that the Cathie Wood is buying. It means that supposedly she might have much more inside information than we are right now. So especially that we are right now sitting at the very important support, it will be unreasonable to not grab at least chunk of the CRISPR if you are just interested in this stock. So Cathie Wood probably is betting that the CRISPR will eventually bring over to the market first commercialized product, and I do find that that's the reason why she is also buying. But let me know down in the comments whether you also opt in at this buying opportunity and will get some chunk for yourself. Right now, let's talk about the macro, as we do know that those small and medium type cap of companies are not revolving in a vacuum. They are so reliant on external funding. Therefore, with this deteriorating possibility of getting new funds out of the tightening of lending standards, we may find that for Crispr that the environment may get a bit more less lucky. So throughout, that's the very, very nice finding, throughout 5,000 years of banking and lending, we didn't have that long period of neutral, even negative interest rates. So it means that we've been dealing with an environment that was strictly favoring those small and medium type companies that have been run even on the negative balance sheets. But right now, with deglobalization and transition to green energy, and also demographic shifts, and of course ever-growing supply of government bonds and wars, of course, we can find that that's the environment we cannot persist for longer. Therefore, that's why I would say that the future for Crispr, due to those macro events, might be a little bit more tough. And also, due to this, earnings revisions are getting more negative in US and Europe, and for the momentum may indicate profit downgrades ahead. So that's what I do find, that in a modern era, as we are right now, with this post C19 type of environment, the things may eventually got a little bit more lackluster, or even negative for those smaller companies. But if they eventually have outstanding profits, I do bet that the investors will flock into those anyway. Right now, let's have a look at what's going on with technicals, and we do find that we are right now sitting at the very important demand area that's stretching from 30, 39, and also 40, 41, 42. So it means that normally for those large hedge funds, that's the field, that's the area to buy. Right now on RSI, we also repeating sorry, I didn't change the window. So it looks like right here you can find the Crispr, and those are the fields that are stretching from 39 to 42. On RSI, we can find that we have just repeated the pattern of relative strength index, and it means that the company is right now trading in a real range and possibly accumulating for next move higher. For me, the most important for now is that Crispr will rebound with a nice volume out of this range. Otherwise, it may doesn't bode well for the company overall, and I do expect that eventually Crispr will form a kind of a bottoming pattern that will send it at least to the levels that have seen before at 55.6 in the fourth quarter, especially that we are right now dealing with a seasonally very positive time span. So also with that being said, that I cannot really miss the thing that we are right now at the very negative levels of fear. So it means that normally that's the below 50ish, around 30ish. You normally do think about investments or trading ideas, as that's the where the probability of winning against the market is becoming more skewed to your favor. So it looks like right now I do bet that Crispr Therapeutics might be a nice bet, at least in the medium or short term. But in a longer time horizon, I do still think that the gene editing technology is in its infancy, and it may take a couple of years in order to develop it to a larger and more significant stage. But how the market is finding its current value, so we can find it open interest on puts right now is sitting largest on 41, whereas on calls it's around 45. And we do know that we can find right here that the largest open interest are sitting at calls, so it means it's still we need possibly a bit longer time of a accumulation before starting the march higher. Right here we can find that we are sitting at 40, 41, 42, and with this positivity around the stock on options, we can find that before matching higher we would need a little bit more of bottoming right at around these levels. So also for finding the best entrance, always observe the possible reversal patterns that are just occurring and reversal formations as well, such as wedges or triangles that may eventually push the price to the upward trajectory. Right now we are jumping to another thing, and the last one, of course, that say final thoughts and Q&A. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them right now. I will get back to them right here. So for me, Crispr right now is a positive bet as it has no long-term debt, holds over 340 million in cash and over $1 billion in short-term investments. But right now high valuation is skewed to the upside, and PE ratio of over 100 is primarily driven by expectations for XSL commercialization, and it means that right here it's essential to balance the valuation concerns with potential revenue growth and market dynamics. That is why I do still think that it's a little bit too early for longer bet on Crispr. So I do still find that stock is a little bit overbought, even though it's the hopes for the product to come over is really great, but I'm just based on reality, and reality right now is not very favoring for Crispr. If you would have so much money as the Cathie would has, you wouldn't really bother about buying it right now, but I do prefer to wait for better moment, even though in a short and medium term the Crispr is the nice one to think over. So that's it in today's episode. Thank you very much for staying around, and we are seeing each other tomorrow at 8 a.m. ET time. If you have enjoyed, just hit this like button. That's always the thing that cheers every creator up. So